not frozen. I heard of a treasure box that was buried 16 years ago. Naturally, I got curious. Is it still there? What's in it? Someone, 16 years ago, hid his treasures underneath a large tree near a railroad. I haven't been down here for almost 7 years, maybe more, so it was going to be an adventure. It snowed last night and everything was completely covered in snow. But the weather was nice, no wind, lots of sunlight. But sunset's early in winter around here, so I only had about 2 hours to find it before it gets too dark. And there are no street lights down here, so it's going to get very dark if I don't get back home in 2 hours. So the adventure began. I found the railroad easily. Now all I know is that it is buried under a very large tree nearby, and there is a river flowing nearby too. Okay, sounds simple enough. Now, in hindsight, I took a very long way around the answer. Back and forth, back and forth. The path looked picturesque, like something out of a postcard. And I continued down. All I need to find is a large tree near a river, right? And so I thought. But all trees were fenced off. How do I get in and dig through these trees if I can't get in? I went down this slope. This was the first opening in the fence. Not only were those trees individually fenced off, but the ground was slippery. That river looked deadly cold and I didn't want to fall in. And then it occurred to me, the treasure was buried on a small island. So, how do I get over there? I remember there was another railroad track down there. Or was I imagining it? I thought there was another island down there too. I decided to further walk down this path. And I'm sure this path didn't look like this 7 years ago. But the sun was quickly going down. And I reminded myself, I don't have time to waste like this. Soon, I'll be walking in darkness. So I hurried back to the railroad. But nevertheless, it was a beautiful sight to behold. And then I found the bridge that connects to the small island. The river glistened underneath my feet. I need to hurry, I thought to myself. Then I found a little frozen stream. It looked frozen. Can I cross here? I don't know how deep this water really is. I wasn't here in the summer. This could be deeper than it looks. But it looked like other people walked through here too. So I carefully walked across. It was a little slushy, but I could walk through. I climbed up the little slope and found myself here, underneath a railroad track, and no human in sight. Now the search really begins. Time is ticking away, and there were so many trees to look through. Which one looks most suspicious? this? But it could be hidden anywhere, really. Buried under the snow, under this tree root, underground. But it wasn't there, so I walked further in. And I even slipped and fell. But the search must continue. When I got up, I saw this magnificent-looking tree. It demanded attention. It looked like a great spot to hide a treasure. It's got it here. Yes, this must be the spot. I digged and digged. But it wasn't there either. Suddenly, trains roared by. Where is the treasure? I see nothing but more barbed wires. Is this it? Is the search over? The sun is almost down. Well, I guess this is it. Maybe it's not here. Maybe it was never here to begin with. And then something caught my eyes. These trees. They are grouped in four. It was here all along. Right in front of the frozen stream. Right where I fell down. Could it really be this one? I wanted it to be this one. This is it. I found it. What I found inside were treasures indeed, little trinkets and keepsakes that reminded somebody of a moment in time. Probably a moment in time they will never get back. The box was like a time machine. I will never reveal the contents of this box so that the next person can have fun finding it too. I put it back. I didn't take anything. I hope it stays there forever so maybe someone 100 years from now can come and find it too. It's time to log our day in our journal. I could draw the beautiful path I walked across. I could draw the railway. I could draw the river. But I decided to draw the treasure box. Not the box I found, but what it could have been, what I imagined it to be, because the promise of what it could have been, what it means symbolically, is more interesting than the actual plastic box I found. So, I decided to draw someone opening a treasure box. In the box, there was a log of names, a list of everyone who came and signed their names. The most recent one being about a month ago. People visited that site for the last 16 years, left something, took something. I feel like I am part of something big. Felt like I was searching for something more than just a box. And it just made me feel like I wanted to find them all. What will I find? What am I looking for? Will I find it? drawn her prettier, but it is what it is now. I can't erase it. So, there it is, my little adventure. Logged, and I'm ready for the next adventure.